Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today, I'm not going to start out with my bag of words, but I'll pull some words towards the end. Today, I wanted to share a little bit about the upcoming workshop that I have on this coming Saturday, which is going to be from 9 to 12 Eastern Time. So the topic is overcoming fear. I chose to do this workshop in particular because it's a topic that I addressed last month on some of my posts, and it is something that I can personally relate to because I have felt fear in many different ways, and I know that many people can as well. Now, the fear that I'll be addressing at this workshop is not the fear of physical things happening to us as much as perceived fear. So whether it's the fear of rejection, the fear of, being alone, or anything else, right? The fear of losing a job, fear of anything that is not phobia related, or again, like the fear of something physically, externally happening, then it can be addressed in this workshop. In other words, it's something that you can process in this workshop when I say addressed. So it is up to you. You can come up with the fear that if you already know of what you would like to work on, you can show up with that. If you don't, we're going to start off the workshop talking about fear and how it impacts us. And so that may also give you some ideas or connections. You may, get the aha of something that you are feeling fearful about that you might have not made that connection previously, and use that. It's up to you. You don't have to have one before you come into the workshop. But once you do, and once we're done with that part, I'm going to be doing a relaxation exercise. And then after that, I'm going to be taking you on a journey. And in that journey, you're going to be able to make connections. You're going to be able to support yourself. And you're going to also be able to come up with a new perception about this fear. And we're going to do some questions. We're going to answer some questions. And we're going to have... I'm going to say an overall good time, even though it is one that will trigger your emotions, and I will advise you to bring tissue, and water, of course. But when I say, a good time, I'm referring to a good time because you get this understanding and this experience that will shape you, right? In some way, will help you in some way, create a shift for yourself. So it's a tangible way to address something that is weighing on you. And so when I say a good time, right, it's not necessarily like, yay, we went to a party and it was a good time, but you got to do something for yourself that will ultimately create a lighter heart. And yes, it is a good time. It is a good time whenever we can uncover things about ourselves and be stronger because of it, right? Because it is no longer weighing on us. We're no longer dragging it around the same way. So this experience will definitely be an experience that will create a shift within you. I'm also going to be recording it so that you have it and you can, right, redo it, watch it, and redo the exercise, because one thing that is important is repetition and consistency. And sometimes, these fears may come up again for us, and that's okay, right? Because we're human, or at least having a human experience, and we want to repeat it until it is feeling resolved within us, or we release it enough that it no longer has a hold on us. For this workshop in particular, I'm not going to be recording it for those who aren't able to make it for the live workshop, and that is because there is an experience that I want us to have as a group together. And in the live workshop, I'm able to address the questions that come up, and this is going to be a space where we are able to support each other, and I'm able to answer questions for you. And it is an intimate space that needs you to be present, So I will, based on demand, repeat this workshop and or create more workshops, along the way. I have some ideas, so I've just put some more things together, and I'll be putting out stuff, throughout. So no worries, things tend to work out. If this is for you, then you will be available, and if it's not, it's okay. DM me, email me, let me know what works, what topics you are interested in, and I will try and make something work. I can't make any promises, but I definitely will try to create work that is supporting your needs. And the reason for it is, right, because this is what I'm here for. This is what drives me. This is what inspires me. This is what feels good to me, right? To share with you what I've been able to experience for myself and have been able to use to help me on my journey, and that I still use, right? It's not like, we do a workshop or create changes for ourselves and then that's it, we walk on water. No, we will continue, right? This is, learning and creating I was going to say like better feelings for ourselves or more expanded perceptions. It is a process and it is a journey. It requires repetition and it requires our daily commitment. So, it's something that we do over time. So just something to think about. So that's why I'm only offering it, for those who can attend live at this time. So I'm sorry for any inconveniences for those of you that really did want to attend and aren't able to because of the time constraint. And let's see, I think that's about it in relation to the workshop. I will pick 2 words to see what else I may be inspired to share in relation to fear or the topic of the workshop or anything else. Let's see. Oh, disgust. Interesting. Disgust. How can I relate disgust? Disgust. Disgust is making me think of disappointment. We could feel disgusted about a lot of things, right? But like the disappointment when we don't show it for ourselves, it's what popped into my mind. It's like this disgust because we're feeling like, we're disappointing ourselves or we're not showing up for ourselves. But if we're ever feeling in a way that starts to feel heavy and we start to attack ourselves in a way, right, that, meaning by talking to ourselves in a way that doesn't feel good, we want to notice it as soon as we can and make a shift, because beating ourselves up, verbally and in our heads, doesn't help us. It just makes us feel worse. So we want to be able to say, wow, there I go again. Oh my goodness, look what I'm doing. And just breathe. Literally, just breathe. When I say breathe, just take a couple of breaths. Focus solely on your breath, and that will interrupt that pattern and the direction that you were going in. Okay, and I feel like there was something else in my head about disgust, but if it comes to me, I'll share it. If not, then wasn't necessary. How about that? Okay, let's see. The next word, inspiration. Ooh, inspiration. Inspiration, I think I used that word, right? Because that's what I feel when I'm working. I feel inspired. But the reason why I feel so inspired is because it feels good. It feels good to not be trapped by my emotions, right? That's really it. Just feels good to not be trapped by my emotions, and that creates an inspiration within me. But we can be inspired in many different ways, because I've been inspired in many different ways, throughout my life, depending on what I wanted in a particular time in my life. So whatever you do, right, let it come from an inspired place. Whenever it is from an inspired place, it's coming from a soul place. And when it's coming from within a soul place, you're more than likely on the right track. So if you're feeling inspired to take this workshop, then take it. If you're not and it doesn't feel in alignment with you, then don't. There are no right or wrongs. You know when you're ready. You know when you're ready to challenge yourself. You know when you're ready to do something, and you know when you're not. Never force yourself, right, to do something, whether it's this workshop or anything, right, that doesn't really serve you. Of course, life and death situation is something different, but in general, I'm speaking in general, right? If something really isn't feeling right, then don't ignore that, right? Listen to that. It's telling you something. And if you're feeling inspired to take an action in any direction, then listen to that as well. It doesn't matter what you're inspired to do, whether it's to have a baby, get a new job, or anything, literally, it's just limitless what you can be inspired for, right? Win something, whatever it is, listen to it, connect with it, and pursue it if it feels right to you. So I'm gonna end with that. I hope this video has helped you in some way. I hope this giving you information about this upcoming workshop that is useful to you, and that is giving you some food for thought in some way as well in other areas of your life. So have a beautiful day. If this video did help you, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you'll be notified when I upload further videos. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.